Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. A lot of stuff, so many positives and so many negatives. This is the, in all my years of watching football, I've never seen so many positives and so many negatives all in one game. The defense did their thing, man. I mean, the Patriots scored coming out of the half. They didn't score again. They got nothing else. Literally nothing else. But neither did we since we got 10 points. So I think the defense is finally getting healthy. We were able to, play really well on the outsides against those receivers. Everybody was subjected to taking things underneath. I don't know how big of a factor weather was. It looked like Carson didn't really have trouble throwing the ball. He missed a few little easy throws here and there in the game. But all in and all out, man, the defense played well. I mean, to lose by 7 to the New England Patriots, only got one loss on their resume. I don't think it's a bad loss. Very winnable game, especially being up how we were up at first. You know what I mean? I think we were up 10-0 at one point. Very winnable game. Offensive play calling is horrendous. The lack of depth at the wide receiver is horrendous. I know we acquired Jordan Matthews, but I didn't really expect Jordan Matthews to do too much in his first game. Zach Ertz had an okay game. We kind of shied away from Miles Sanders. I don't understand that. What really bothers me is that how Tony Romo is just able to, do commentary on one of our games and basically tell us what we need to fix immediately. And I had to think about that. Like, he's absolutely right. Why isn't Miles Sanders a bigger target in the passing game? That's your mismatch right there. There's no linebackers that's going to be able to cover Miles Sanders. It made no sense, especially when Boston Scott was getting so many carries, that Miles Sanders we had Miles Sanders basically in a pass protection role. He was picking up blitzes. That's what Miles Sanders was on the field to do for the majority of the game in the second half. You know what I mean? Carson Wentz holds onto the ball way too long, especially in this game. This is one of Carson Wentz's worst games of the season, in my opinion. But you got to understand, man, the guy is limited, man. The guy is limited. He's limited, man. One thing you can say about Carson, his weapons are limited, not his ability. One thing you can say about Carson Wentz is you're going to get a touchdown pass in the game, and you don't know if you're going to get another one, not with this receiving core. You know what I mean? If the wide receivers were healthy, this is an easy game for us, man. Easy call. It's an easy game for us if the wide receiver is healthy. Offensive play calling and offensive play design. I mean, we could win the division. Granted, I believe we're going to win the division. But at the end of the day, what good does it do when you're looking like this? What good does it do? What good does it do when you're looking like this, man? I don't have a problem with the loss to the New England Patriots. I got a problem with how we looked during the loss. You know what I mean? We punted like 7 straight times in that game. The offense got to be able to score points. They got to be able to score points, man. We got to find a way to get the offense more dynamic. We missed the trade deadline. We didn't go after any pieces. So basically, we stuck with what we got. You know what I mean? And what we got is not going to take us far. We can't put up no 30 points a game. We can't put up no 30 points against a juggernaut. It's impractical, man, with the way that this offense look. You know what I mean? You can't expect a 40-point game. You can't expect a 30-point game. You can't expect that with this offense, man. You actually really can't expect it since Frank Wright left. We have not been the same since the departure of Frank Wright. You know what I mean? We got to find somebody who's going to be able to call plays and design plays to our strengths. Because right now we're playing like we got Randy Moss on the outside. Carson Wentz is throwing balls like people got space. I guess it's better than getting sacked, right? He was sacked like 5 times in the game? Sacked 5 times in the game. Probably more than that. We throwing money at Brandon Brooks, making him one of the highest paid tackles in the game. One of the highest paid guards in the game. And Carson Wentz still getting sacked 5 times. I understand you lost Lane Johnson, so after you lost Lane Johnson, you weren't able to really run the ball like that. Then you lost Peters mid-game as well. You know what I mean? I just don't understand that the offensive play design is terrible. It's terrible, man. It's like I think it's like a stubbornness factor that's just hanging over our heads within our organization. Do they want to change what's going on? They see it. We see it. Do they want to make a change? You see, when the New England Patriots, this is what I mean. This is the difference between a 6-time Super Bowl champion and a 1-time Super Bowl champion. This is the difference between old money and new money right here, man. You've seen that the New England Patriots had a sense that the way that they were playing in the first half wasn't going to get it done. What they do, they come out with a no huddle. They come out with a no huddle, switch the whole script on us, drive the field and score right out of halftime. They come out with a hurry up offense. You know what I mean? Then they needed a score. They pulled out a special play. You know, they pulled something out of the bag. They know the regular wasn't going to get it done. They needed 2 special plays. You know what I mean? They needed a few special plays. Julian Edelman throwing touchdown passes on us. They had to get special a few times. You know what I mean? And I don't know what it is with our roster, but we can't catch in any facet of the game. We can't catch interceptions. We can't catch passes intended to us. We can't catch anything. You know what I mean? And you know, something got to change, man. Something got to change. Something got to change. I know we're a loyalty-based organization, but we gotta base our moves off winning, man. Let me know what you think in the comments.